What's going on, y'all, man? It's LA Rich and we back with another video, man. And I know y'all probably seen this title and was shocked, you feel me? Because this has been one of my most requested time videos to do on this channel. And it has been a long while since I had seen and had thought about doing this vid. If I'm being honest, I strictly had just forgot about it. But today is finally the day where we are doing it. We got scary stories with Tom Macdonald. Now look, for this exact vid right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do half of the vid for this video right here. So half of the vid will be done. I'm gonna do 12 minutes and 30 seconds. And then the next vid, I'm gonna finish the whole entire thing out for the next time I post a part 2 of this. So I'm just letting y'all know right now. I like doing that with these vids just because it give me more, I would say, videos to post on each day, especially with longer videos like this. But that's what we're going to do with this one, man. And before we even get into the video, I want to tell y'all, thank y'all so much for all the love and support I've been receiving. We have officially hit 7.6 thousand, on the road to 7.7 now. I thank y'all so much for all the love and support y'all show me every single day. It truly means the most to me. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know some videos to react to, whether it's from Tom or anybody out there, and I got y'all with it. But hey, enough of the talking. Let's do it.
With yours truly, Tom Macdonald. We're gonna have to take a trip in the Wayback Machine for this one, because this happened a long time ago. The year was 2012. Thankfully, the Mayan calendar was wrong and the much publicized end of the world didn't come, but it still got weird. It still got really weird.
When do y'all think the end of the world will truly be, bro? I know it's every year we get it's gonna be the end of the world, and then it don't end up happening in that year. But do y'all really think it's an exact date that it's gonna be the end of the world, bro? Obviously it might be, but I don't think it's the dates that they just be spewing every year. Oh, December, this the date or something. The world will blow up. I don't know, bro.
All started with a music video shoot in the small Canadian town, abandoned Canadian town of Tranquil. But it wasn't until after this whole ordeal, it wasn't until after everything that I'm about to tell you, it wasn't until after all of that that we found out that Tranquil is actually one of the most haunted places in North America. Let's start from the beginning. So there was 3 of us. There was myself, the music video director, and my producer at the time, Olivier. We all piled into a vehicle on a Friday afternoon and started the long drive to a long forgotten corner of the Canadian Pacific Northwest. We were unknowingly embarking on what would turn out to be one of the most terrifying experiences of all of our lives.
Hey, this is crazy because this not only was just a experience that he had, but this shit was while he was going to film a video for something. Hey, that's some shit right there, bro.
Aside from a traffic jam on the highway, it was a rather long and uneventful drive. As we drew closer and closer to Tranquil, things gradually became more and more desolate. The cars that we were sharing the highway with gradually disappeared. The streetlights gave way to pine trees, and the tiny communities that just dot the edges of the asphalt were just eventually swallowed up by the suffocating Canadian wilderness. Paved roads turned to gravel, and the gravel roads turned to dirt roads, and the vast forest around us just seemed to entirely close in. And when the paved roads turned to gravel roads and the gravel roads turned to dirt roads, that's when we reached the Iron Gates. Our final destination, Tranquil, had been cut off from the rest of the world for quite some time. Essentially, Tranquil was home to Canadians who had tuberculosis, and at the time, tuberculosis was incurable and highly infectious. Sound familiar?
Oh,
they pretty
hell
much
no.
shipped everyone in Canada who had tuberculosis. They shipped all of those people to Tranquil, this tiny town in the middle of nowhere, and they shipped them there to, well, die, essentially. Anyway, we didn't know any of that.
That's the exact question I was about to ask, bro. Did he know this? Because if he knew this the entire time and still went, shit, Shit. You would never catch me doing no shit like that. Shit, man. All they got to tell me is it was people that was sick. We could find another place to shoot. I don't give a damn. Like what, man? I'm telling you, bro. Knowing all them facts about it after, man, I know they was shook after that shit.
We had to shoot a music video, and this was the perfect place to do it, and we were going to get it done. So there we were in the middle of nowhere. We pulled the car over to the side of the dirt road. We unpacked everything we needed, lights and cameras and bags and outfits and all that stuff. And we cut into the trees to get around the iron gate that was blocking the road, and we were on our way. So after a short hike through the trees, we came up over the top of a hill, and there it was. Just silent and still and forgotten. There was schools and houses and convenience stores and hospitals and libraries and paint chips just peeling off the outside of the exteriors of these buildings, just flapping in the wind. Just seemed like they were just clinging to a time a little less lonely.
Man, hell no.
We had arrived at Tranquille. So we made our way down the hill, and we crossed the train tracks that encircled the town, and there was no signs.
That's all, bro. If I'm going to a place, bro, first off, the place is abandoned. I mean, not only just a place, this is a whole town, a complete abandoned town, right? And then I'm wondering how old the place is and shit. Might be old, all this, it's abandoned, so it's most likely gonna be old. But then you go there and you see it's a place that train tracks went around the shit, around the whole town. Get me the hell up out of here, bro. Get me up out. That just bring back times to I know it was some wild shit going on. Train tracks around the town? Come on, bro.
And when I say no signs of life, I mean nothing. No birds, no coyotes, no bugs, nothing. Nothing like what you would expect of a town.
Nothing want to be there.
Encapsulated in a massive forest in the middle of nowhere. So we made our way towards the 3 dilapidated houses. They were just on the outskirts of town, and they were identical. And they sat all in a row. Same paint, same windows, same doors, same front steps. Each house as perfectly the same as the next. Anyway, as we got closer, you could practically hear these houses moaning from years of being neglected and years without maintenance. It almost felt and sounded like something was stirring around inside them, and to be completely honest, I wasn't entirely sure I wanted to find out what that something was.
Damn right.
But it turns out that I didn't have a choice. While I was standing there just sort of lost in thought and just gripped by this almost tangible apprehension about the situation at hand, something emerged from the middle house. 2 teenage kids, and we stopped dead in our tracks. So
that's my sign to go. That is my sign to go. What the hell are 2 teenage kids doing in this goddamn abandoned city? 2. I mean, I would get if it's a big ass group or something, because they going out doing they fun shit, all that. You feel me? What they consider fun. I ain't gonna say it's fun. What they consider fun doing. But only 2 of them? Ain't no way, bro. It is not. It ain't no damn way.
2 teenage kids, and we stopped dead in our tracks. So it was this boy and this girl, and they sort of like bounced toward us across this like sun-bleached pavement, and their demeanor was weird. So they got close enough to us, and I said to the boy, I said, "What are you guys doing here?" And like I said, their demeanor was strange. Well, maybe strange isn't the right word. Their demeanor just did not fit the situation. They were just like smiling and happy, and they seemed like they were excited to see us. And to me,
hell no.
that didn't fit the vibe. So the boy spoke first, and he said, "We're just hanging out, just checking out the abandoned town, and we're filming it with this camcorder." And I was like, "Cool, well, did you see anything weird?" And he said, "Nope, not yet." And then the girl just like interjected, and she was like, "Oh, be careful in the houses. Like a lot of the floors are rotting, and if you go upstairs, you could fall through, and it's really friggin' dangerous.
See, bro, they acting too normal. They acting way too normal, bro. You are in an abandoned town, and you just stumbled upon people, some random people that's in a town where nobody was in, and you just just happy and shit. Man, hell no, bro. If I'm sitting there, I'm with my girl or something, we exploring the place, and I see some random people come, bro, I'm sketched out as hell. Like, what's going on, bro? Who these people is? And that, you telling me they just giddy go luck, happy and everything? Man, come on, bro. There's something going on with them too.
Remember much else about that conversation? It was maybe like 3 minutes long, and they darted off in the other direction, and we just continued on our way. So we went into the house that our new friends just emerged from, and the girl wasn't lying. There was a massive hole in the ceiling of the living room where it looked like something on the top floor had fallen through and landed in a giant heap of rubble just sitting on the floor in the living room. It was trippy. So the more we explored, the weirder it got. Like, inside the school, there was 3 inches of dust on the desks, and the day's lessons were still scribbled on the chalkboard, and there was pencils and erasers just littered about all the workstations. And if you picked anything up, you leave a perfect impression of whatever you picked up on the surface that you picked it up off of. Like, this stuff literally hadn't been touched in years. After roaming through like half a dozen buildings, we had finally made our decision where we were gonna start shooting this music video, and we decided on, of course, the sanatorium. So we were walking down the main street on our way back to the hospital when I noticed something peculiar. Peculiar? When I noticed something up. There was this small...
I didn't know how to say that word either. If I'm peculiar. Yeah, I don't know how to say it either, bro. I'm being honest.
White brick building that was just sort of jetting out of the dirt right on the edge of town. And we had a long day of shooting ahead of us, but Tranquil just felt like it was some sort of portal to like an alternate dimension, and we were just so captured by the mystery of this town that like work came second, and we just wanted to explore. So we took off towards that white building. So this building was essentially just like a brick box. It was maybe like 10 feet tall by 20 feet long and 20 feet wide. And it had one of those big metal doors on it. It was like like something that you'd see on a government building. It was that light green color, kind of like sun bleached by the sun. It was missing its doorknobs. I walked over, no windows on this thing, can't see inside. So I walk over to this big green door, and I put my hand inside where the doorknob's supposed to be, and I jerked the door open. So it was dark, and it was not the type of dark that you're familiar with. This wasn't like 1 a.m. in my house dark. This was like pitch and blackness. But we're here to shoot a music video, right? So we got lights.
Right, I was about to say, y'all gotta have lights.
I grabbed one of the lights, and I turned that motherfucker on. So when I turned the light on, there's nothing in this room. There's no windows, there's no doors, there's nothing on the walls, there's not even flooring, it's just plain concrete. It's as plain and white on the inside as it was on the outside, with the exception of one thing: a staircase.
Now, we all done seen the movies. We have all seen them movies, bro. If it is a staircase in any place you go to, abandoned place, a place that you ain't never been to, you know, just one way you got an eerie feeling about that. You don't want to go down anything. Do not take the chance. Do not ever take that damn chance, bro. So we gonna see if Tom has watched them scary movies or not.
Going down. I'd be lying if I said we weren't scared, because we were freaked the out, man. But here's the thing about 3 dudes hanging out, is none of these dudes is going to admit to any of the other dudes that they're scared, because that's not what dudes do. So we're all terrified, but nobody's going to admit that they're terrified to anybody else. So in the greatest display of masterfully fabricated machismo in
and I feel like that coming factor too, they didn't have to travel so fucking long, so far to go down to where they at, to make it to that town through gravel, dirt roads and everything. So they probably like, bro, we already here, man. Ain't no going back at this point, bro. And I feel that because, man, ain't nobody go that far to not do nothing.
History of mankind, we go down the stairs. We are so deep in denial and so unwilling to admit that we're afraid in front of another man that we forced ourselves to go down a set of stairs into a black hole inside an abandoned town in the middle of nowhere.
I wouldn't have did it at that point. I wouldn't have did it. I mean, call me whatever you want. I probably wouldn't even went to there in the first place. But when it came to them stairs, you best believe we gonna shoot this at in the top of this big ass open area that he had said it was when they first walked in, and that's gonna be the music video right there. I am not going down them stairs, bro. Not ever.
And you know what? I could barely comprehend what was at the bottom of those stairs. Medical equipment everywhere. X-ray machines and surgery tables and scalpels and wheelchairs and rolling beds, just everywhere, all covered in dust, untouched for years. So there's 3 walls down here, and there's a doorway on each wall. No door, just a doorway. So I shine the light through the first doorway, long concrete hall. I shine the light through the second doorway, long concrete hall. And then I shine the light through the third doorway, you guessed it, long concrete hall. Still neglecting the sheer terror that's permeating every cell in our bodies. We somehow...
It's the fact that he's saying that he didn't see no graffiti or nothing throughout that whole thing. So at that point, it gotta be on some, bro, that place barely explored by people that go to abandoned places and everything, because it would have for sure been graffiti everywhere if people had knew about it or went there. So that place had to for real be some shit, because if the people that find going to abandoned places didn't even want to go there and graffiti the whole place and break a whole bunch of stuff and all that, you know that place was some serious scary shit.
Choose a doorway, walk through it, and start our journey into the abyss. And what we found were just more concrete hallways and more wheelchairs and more rolling beds and more hallways and more doorways and more concrete. And we decided it was a cool place to shoot a scene for a music video, so we started shooting a music video. I'm not even exaggerating, getting weird. I just remember saying, "Cut the camera." Did you guys hear that? And we all just stood there, just quiet and motionless in the 10-foot section of hallway that our lights would illuminate. And I am not kidding you. Somewhere out there, beyond where our lights could reach, footsteps. I remember my producer, Olivier, just sort of laughing like, no f***ing way. No f***ing way. We just stood there, frozen with fear. We just stood there and we just listened.
Bro, it's that couple, bro. I knew they was on some weird shit when he first mentioned them. It gotta be that couple,
in
bro.
that maze of concrete hallways, just echoing through everywhere. And I just said, yo, pack up the camera. Let's get the f*** out of here now. As we're packing up to leave, I noticed that just out of our light's reach, I see a door. And it's a big ass metal one. So I squeeze past Olivier and I walk over to the door. It's this giant steel door and it's just flush with the concrete inside this hallway. And I just push it open. It's the basement of a house. I just said, yo, shine that light over here. And there's another big metal door 6 feet.
Hey, I'm gonna pause it right there, man, and we gonna say the rest for part 2, bro. I know that is the biggest cliffhanger I have ever left myself on, but I'm gonna do it for the sake of just making sure I can get that part 2 out for y'all, man. But hey, once again, though, thank y'all so much for the love and support. I did like this vid a lot, bro. The first part of it definitely was something to see, and I know it's gonna be something crazy in the second part because I had left off, bro. If I had to guess what I think, I feel like that couple got something to do with something going on, bro. You feel me? Ain't no way they just went on about their day after meeting some people that came to an abandoned town. You know, I feel like it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. We gonna find out in part 2 though. But once again though, I appreciate y'all for helping me hit 7.6 thousand. We're on over to 7.7 now. I thank y'all once again for the love and support y'all show me every single day. It truly means the most to me. Nonetheless, that's going to close out the video. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know some videos to react to, whether it's from Tom or anybody else, and I got y'all with it. But hey, it's LA Rich, and I'm getting up out of here. All right, y'all.
Shit, I still ain't number one. In my pockets filled with money, bitch, like fucking.